At the beginning of this part, we see that Beck and others are surprised to see Kong Jin-hyuk. One of them says, "Miss Soul chasing Seong. Do you realize who this man is? He's the disciple of the second in power of the demonic cult. He's that player who messed without plans." Everyone is surprised and says, "What? This man is Kong Jin-hyuk?" Seong says, "Calm down, everyone. He does not follow the ideals of the demonic cult. I shall prove that he's not our enemy. As you said, he's the Dark Emperor's disciple, the very person who saved everyone here from that ice demon. As you're all aware, he's currently on the run because the demonic cult betrayed him. Don't you think it would be discourteous of us to decide that this man is our enemy when he's here to help us?" So Yu-hyun says, "I will not consider him an enemy since you say so. However, we don't need help from someone like him in the first place. Do you really believe that the martial masters of Orthodox Murim would lose to the demonic cult?" Jin-hyuk sees them all and thinks, the 10 great sects, the martial households, and even the elders are all present here. However, all of them are so weak that Master would be able to defeat them within 5 moves. I ask myself a question every time. Do these guys just prattle all day instead of training? Jin-hyuk says, "I get how strong your egos are. But this situation is not restricted to just Jong-yue. This fight holds fate of all the middle floors. So just listen to what I have to offer." After that, we see that the leader of the paladins is working out. She says, "I can finally feel that my faith has recovered a bit." 2 Swords Master of Empire are also there working out with her. They say it feels nice. "I feel like my entire body is full of faith." They take a break. Abraham asks her, "Your Grace, why are you protecting us? When we're traitors, we should have been punished with labor, like Bainchtellen, according to the laws. While I appreciate how you treat us, it makes me feel guilty." She says, "Brother, don't let go of that guilt. The goddess of light always gives those recognizing their wrongs another chance. Soon, you will have an opportunity to make amends. The break's over. Let's be more holy for our next set." After that, we see Alice and Chun Yuzong are in the Murim market. Alice sees something delicious and says, "This looks so good." Chun says, "Do you really have to eat now of all times?" She says, "I don't like your tone. I will let it go since you're the contractor's subordinate." Chun gets angry and says, "Subordinate?" Jin-hyuk gets there too. Alice asks, "How did the conversation with the Murim Alliance guys go?" Jin-hyuk says, "There's still something that needs to be taken care of, but yeah, somewhat." Chun asks, "What about Master?" Jin-hyuk tells him, "She's still there to appease the higher-ups. They were just that excited to hear my plan." We see a flashback where Yu-hyun angrily says, "What? You want us to give away our treasures in return? Do you even know what you're saying?" Seong brings out her sword and says, "It looks like I have to talk to the elders myself. Leave this to me." Jin-hyuk thinks, considering the outbreak in Europe, I would love to wipe out the Murim Alliance bastards. But at the same time, it's not worth it, considering the value of Master, soul-chasing Seong, and the others. But once this is all over, I'll make sure they'll never be able to leave the tower again. Alice asks, "So where are we headed to now?" Jin-hyuk says, "The palace where the most important part of the day takes place." Jin-hyuk gets into a restaurant and thinks, Murim is where all the best food is on the middle floors. These dumplings can only be found in Luoyang. I can't pass them up. Yeah, I'll think things through while eating. At the moment, soul-causing Seong is fending off the elders of the Murim Alliance. But for my plan to work, I need Luoyang on my side. I'll listen in beforehand to figure out what they're saying about me. Beck's sitting there keeping an eye on Jin-hyuk. Jin-hyuk appears behind her and says, "Beck Seelin, why did you follow us here?" "Actually, I was asking by soul-chasing Seong to take care of you guys." Jin-hyuk thinks, she's supposed to be my wiretap device. If she'd here, she's no help. She should have just stayed in the meeting room and leaked the conversation to me. Beck says, "Since I'm here, I'll join you guys for the meal. You're in the way of the chopsticks." Chun says, "Can you get off me?" Wudong So Yumiyang also gets there. Beek sees them and says, "I guess the meeting's over then." Jin-hyuk says, "He doesn't seem like he's in a good mood." Beck says, "That's because of the ruckus you caused at the meeting. Everyone in Wudong has the highest expectations of him. He's long dreamed of being the hero who saves Zhongyuan. But you took that opportunity away from him. Jinhyuk says, "Ah, I see." Jinhyuk laughs and says, "Well, that's how the orthodox bastards are, you know? Moral duty, or whatever. The Wudong guys are especially bad. Their egos have soared to the skies because of what their predecessors did, even though they themselves haven't done anything." Jinhyuk says, "The older guys of Wudong were surely amazing, but now they're no better than a gang." Beck gets angry and says, "What are you doing? You should be trying to get on good terms with the Murim Alliance. Why are you all just eating? Shouldn't you stop him?" Chun says, "I guess you don't know him too well. You don't need to overreact. This thing's normal. You should just sit and watch." Beck is confused and thinks, what's with their reactions? Am I really the one overreacting right now? This isn't your territory. They surround Jinhyuk and the others. Yumyung says, "I really dislike how soul-chasing Seong was protecting you, but for you to provoke us like this, you have insulted Wudong in front of me. That means I wouldn't be doing anything wrong if I killed you right here." Thanks for watching, like and subscribe of more videos, and if you to support me, more Patreon link is in the description. Thanks, see you next time, bye-bye, have a nice day.